So, like me, many Muslims have been marking the holy month of Ramadan, which will end on Friday with the celebratory days of Eid al-Fitr starting at the weekend. To mark this special time in the Islamic calendar, so delighted to be joined by Saba Ahmedi. Saba, one of Britain's youngest imams. Saba believes that religion and world views within the school curriculum can encourage better understanding of different values, traditions and beliefs, and foster tolerance and acceptance, which, let's be honest, we all need. Welcome to the show, Saba. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thanks for having me. And before we start, can I say, you two on radio are such a good pair, you know? You know what? I was listening to the few tracks before because I tuned in. I was like, the banter and the chemistry.
We like each other. We are good friends, you say. You see, it can work.
Really good.
Yeah.
You can
Christians
tell it's
and
really
Muslims
nice, you know?
side by side.
Exactly.
Enjoying each other's company.
It's amazing.
No, it's good,
and you know, I think you know a bit of the history as well about how this all started, but we'd never worked together. We'd never even met before, and that is why it's such a blessing.
Tell.
It's such a blessing.
Yeah, it's nice, you know. Sorry, I've just gone on a tangent.
No, we
Talk to
don't.
me.
Jason, it's one of Jason's favourite topics about how good he is. That's one of his favourite things to talk about.
Oh my gosh.
She's such a rascal. There are days, Saba, where I think she actually doesn't like me. She's only doing this for a bit of fun. But anyway, Saba, listen, good morning to you. How is your Ramadan, first of all, my brother?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's challenging. You know what? Fasting, holiest month for Muslims all over the world. It's obviously no food and drink from dawn to sunset. And it's a time for us to work on our spirituality, as the Holy Quran says in chapter 2. So it's a time for self-reformation, work on your spirituality, connect with God, and a time to better yourself.
Yeah. You focus on breaking down stereotypes and misconceptions of Islam, and you do such a magnificent job yourself, Saba, on social media, also on television and radio as well. Give me an example of what life is like, because I know from my own experience about what life is like as a Muslim, and especially one that is a very public-facing figure as well. What's it like for you?
Do you know what? You know what? After training for 7 years to become an imam by the seminary of the community, you know, I never knew like what being on social media and talking about faith would be like. And it's a whole new journey for me. Like on my social media page, I try to create a safe space for conversation and dialogue. I talk about life as a dad, as a CrossFitter, as a marathon runner. Kate mentioned that the Manchester Marathon is happening. So I can, when Kate said that, my emotions were going right back to when I ran the Manchester Marathon, right the way through to talking about misconceptions of Islam and life as a young British Muslim. So my content on social media is just to allow people to see what life is like as a young Asian man, as a young Muslim man, as a father, because there are a lot of misconceptions out there. And I now try to break into the world of TV. And to TV, I'm taking my personality and my morals. Like, I'm not taking Islam to the screen. Like, I want people to see that actually, just because I am brown, just because I've got a beard, doesn't mean I'm different to other people, that we all bleed red. So the journey of me becoming an imam and serving in the press office of my community, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, and now working in the world of the media, you know how challenging it can be and exhausting and draining. But I like the busyness, and I like that one day it's Sky TV, one day it's BBC Radio, one day I'm out of the country, one day, and it's nice, and in that kind of like sense of mission keeps me going.
When I was training to be a vicar, I don't know how it is at your seminary, but at ours, we had a day's worth of media training as sort of religious leaders, and we were basically told don't go near it, try and avoid it at all costs, because it can be a scary place, and that not often faith is not portrayed in a positive light, isn't it, on TV and the radio. So to try and be countercultural to that, to try and basically, if you're a person of faith, usually the headline is something negative. So how important is it to you to put a positive light out?
Yeah, I think so while we were training in the seminary, we had lessons on how to be on social media and how to show Islam in a place that's might not have been shown before. It is challenging. It is sometimes even scary to see what people's reaction will be. But I've always been myself on social media. I've not been one person on screen, one person off screen. My friends still call me the class clown, even after training for 7 years to become an imam. So I think the more true you are to yourself on social media, the more misconceptions you're able to break, because people are able to see themselves in you to some extent. And once they become friends with you, and it's actually scary, the world of social media, after putting a few videos out, after sharing parts of your life, people think they know you like back to front. And when people see you in the street, they're like, oh, young Imam, or Saba, how are you? We follow you every single day. And sometimes it can be quite overwhelming to have that kind of a reception. But I think the more true you are to yourself on social media, the more people can see the truth about who you are and the faith that you follow.
There is a question, though, about how much longer you can call yourself the young Imam.
Yeah, do you know what?
That is a time-limited phrase, isn't it, my friend?
Do you know, I had that conversation in the office, and one of my friends was saying to me that, you know, the misconception that people have of an Imam being much older, much serious, long white beard, long white robes, the misconception that an Imam can even be at age of 35, 40, like, I think I can run it for as long as I can, to be honest, for just see how long we go. Okay,
you milk it for all it's worth, my darling.
I'm milking for you and me. Let's do it.
I love it.
Listen, Saba, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thanks for having us.